trying to get people. The only focus was getting the practice, the actual building renovated. That fell beautifully into place. The moment I wrestled my fear of just relaxing, thank goodness I had my husband to talk to through the whole thing. But it was a struggle. It didn't come easily to just trust that I knew what the hell I'm doing. And when I did see an inkling, so it's there, the crack is there for me to trust myself. When I did allow that to happen, life just opened. It was beautiful. It just easily, everything happened. People came and the studio was done, but it's now about taking the crack and kind of going, so that I can trust myself more and let it be easier and fun, so that I can, I'm going to start crying now.
It's okay.
So that I can help more people. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, she comes prepared, you see. And have you done any other hypnosis sessions on this topic?
It wasn't as distilled. I did do a session in December with Arno, but post that, this thing of being wrong clarified itself.
Well, that's a success.
Yeah. So it's now we've distilled it to this word and this revelation, and it's now taking this one to the next level.
Okay, so let me see whether this is enough for me to identify the parts. So there is a part of you that flavors your life, but especially in certain areas, with a lot of self-doubt so strongly that it holds you back because you think you are wrong. Okay? And yet there is another part that has glimpses, intense glimpses of how life can be, how easy and fun it can be when you could really trust yourself. Does that sound right? Do you want any corrections there? Okay, I can see it hit a spot because I can see you tearing up.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. Because I think there's possibly, without you even knowing, some excitement that things might be move a little bit more on. Yeah, because when we start being in flow, especially when you say you're on the spiritual path, that's all about flow. When you actually humbly hand yourself over to the flow, it can be quite amazing. Okay, so there's a part that flavors her life, especially in some areas with a strong self-doubt to a point where she feels she's wrong, and stifles happenings. And there's another part that has glimpses, strong, intense glimpses of how beautiful life can be when it's easy and fun, when you can trust yourself and intuition can come through. Okay, perfect, right. For parts therapy, I don't need much more. Yeah, for a normal intake that wouldn't be enough. But for parts therapy, I don't think really I need much more. So if you're ready to begin, unless there's something you want me to know, something, don't do this, or do this, or then please tell me.
I think I'm wrong. I wouldn't boss you. No, it's fine.
It's also interesting how well you mask this, because you come across as very assertive.
I know.
Yeah, you're masking this beautifully, which is all the more a sign how strong that part is, because she has a need to mask it. Okay.
Well, I've had to hold it together.
Yeah. How long has this been going on?
Forever.
Forever. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm cool. If you're cool, for the purpose of the camera. That's right. I want you to take a moment, or two, or three, or however long it takes, because you told me a little bit about you. Now I want you to imagine that in the spiritual realm that you've been talking about, that you are exploring, that there are actually energies and beings that love you so dearly, so totally, so unconditionally, that they can't wait for you to reach your highest potential. And I would like you to imagine, that's okay, They're as patient as you can be. And I want you to imagine that they have ways and means of surround you with something that is hard to describe with words. And it is similar to let yourself fall backwards, knowing not only are you safe, you are held in love. Just create that, if that's permissible. Yes. So that you actually don't need to do anything. There's nothing really required from you. You can just be, even if it's just for now, be in the flow. And there are, or it is, surrounding you with something that becomes virtually impenetrable, other than when you want somebody to come into the space. And for the lack of a better word, perhaps you will permit me to call this kind of your personal sanctuary. And just imagine that. And I want you to set the ambience in there. Or you ask for it to be done for you. And I want you to be utterly selfish here. And I want you to realize that when you act on these little things like what surrounds you, what energies you let you like flow around you, the ambience of all of this, the sounds, the flavors, everything is just enhancing for you to know that whatever will happen here between you and me, and mostly important, between you and yourself, will always only be for your highest good. And that means that those closest to you will benefit as well. So to take this little time out, we don't even have to be outcome orientated, even if it's just a time of deep rest. Imagine how good that feels. Let it happen. And then I would like you to echo something out, perhaps even further than these boundaries of your sanctuary, perhaps that the whole universe can hear. Do you have permission to learn today about what we've discussed earlier on? Let the appropriate finger tell us. Do you have permission to learn? That is the middle finger saying that you either don't know yet or you don't want to tell. Well, if I'm imagining correctly that you are surrounded by incredible loving power, could you hand this over and ask for anything to be arranged the way it can be arranged so you can learn today? That's right, that's a yes. And when you feel the truth of the source of all of us, wanting you to be so you and give your flavor into the world that is unique, and therefore permitting you to learn here today. And you think that things have shifted a little bit towards a yes, you could let me know with the appropriate finger. That's right, that's a yes. Now, having this opportunity and already perhaps sensing this incredible safety of this place, are you supported in your quest to learn more today? That's a strong yes. That's beautiful. Now I want you to just rest in that knowing. I want you to rest in the knowing that this couldn't get hardly better. You can just let yourself fall a little bit more back, feeling that strong support everywhere. And just so that I also know a little bit, just imagine that measure of trance or relaxation and watch yourself gliding down those numbers, which you know and you've done. And when you find yourself, perhaps with your breath or automatically or all by itself, to drift past, way, way past, down number 30 or further, the appropriate finger could tell me. Doing or not doing what is right now for you. Knowing that you're allowed to learn, and that's a yes. And you know the magic of that 25 that can come and go. For you to show a certain readiness, openness to do this. Then the appropriate finger can tell me, so that I know too. That's right. Letting it happen, and that's a yes. Thank you very much. And so, there's a part of you, Natasha, that is doing a very good job questioning in form that you translate into self-doubt and even wrongdoing at times. And it's doing a really good job because it's also in a way propelling you to do things with perfection. And it's that part that I would like to talk to, because I would like to learn. Because Natasha is wanting to learn. I'm wanting to learn. And when that part, flavoring Natasha's life with this sense of self-doubt, when that part is willing to communicate with us, will it please say the words, I'm here, or lift the yes finger? That's right. Thank you so much for your willingness to communicate. Thank you. I can only promise you it is safe. And nothing will be done ever against your will. That's right. That's right. Thank you for coming through. Thank you. Would it be okay if I would know by which name or title to call you? Tasha. Thank you, Tasha. Tasha, please help me and tell me, what job do you do for my client?
Right now I'm making her heart race.
You right now making her heart race?
Mm.
Okay. Why is that necessary, making her heart race right now?
So that she doesn't make a mistake.
Of course. Of course. I don't know whether that makes any impact on you, but I can only promise you that in my world as a facilitator of these processes, there is no right or wrong. It's all good. So maybe it would be okay to let her heart beat at a normal pace, please? Would that be okay to consider that? She can't do wrong. You can't do wrong, Tasha. Not here, not now. Maybe in other instances, but not here, not now. Here is safe. Thank you. Thank you very much. And if there's anything I can do to make this easier for you, please, please let me know. So what else, other than right now, do you do for my client? Do you always want her to be perfect?
I protect her.
You protect her.
Mm.
Do you know what you're protecting her from?
Punishment.
You protect her from punishment. That's right. And what kind of punishment is that? Is it physical punishment or emotional punishment or mental or a mix of all? How does this punishment work?
All.
Uh-huh. Of course. And who is inflicting the punishment? Are you doing that as well? Or are you just protecting? You're doing it as well? Okay. That's interesting. So you're protecting her from punishment? Huh. That's really interesting. So what does she need to do, my client, so that she won't get punished?
Be good.
That's right. So what does it mean to be good?
I don't know.
It's okay to not know. It's absolutely okay to know. But then, how would you know when to punish her? Or you just punish her just in case?
Yeah. Yeah. Because you never know.
Exactly. You never know. So just in case. But then, wouldn't that imply that something else is watching out, whether she is good? Like the world or others, or I don't know.
I don't understand.
Okay, that's okay, forget about it. It was probably a stupid question. You see, I can't be perfect either. I make mistakes sometimes. Okay. So is there anything else that you want to tell me about protecting and punishing my client so that she's good? Anything you want to share?
If she's good, she's safe.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I really, 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 really appreciate you communicating with us. Thank you. Would you be willing to wait and listen in a safe place while I'm calling out another part of my client? In a safe way? Thank you. So there is another part of my client that had glimpses of how life can be when it flows, when it's fun, when my client has a sense that she can really trust herself. And I would love to speak to that part. And when that part is willing to communicate with us, will it please lift the yes finger or say the words, I'm here?
I'm here.
Thank you. Tell me please, by which name or title may I call you?
Ella Shiva.
Ella Shiva?
Ella Shiva.
Ella Shiva. Thank you for that. Ella Shiva, what job do you do for my client?
Trying to show her his way.
Yes. The way. What way?
She doesn't need to listen to Tasha. That's old. It's old ways.
Yeah.
It's old ways of doing things.
Okay.
It doesn't serve anymore.
She doesn't need to listen to Tasha. That's old ways. Yeah. So this is a new way that you're trying to show her?
Well, it's the way.
The way?
That's just done. That's what happened.
Okay. Does this way lead anywhere, or is that not important?
Oh, it's very important.
Okay, where does it lead to, Ella Shiva? Where does it lead her to?
Shining.
Shining. Yeah, I think she had glimpses of that. The shining. Yeah. Tell me, Ella Shiva, did you hear what Tasha had to say? Obviously you did, huh? About protecting her and punishing her when she's not good. Because when she's good, she's safe. When she's not good, then she might not be safe. So what would you like to happen with that? Old ways, as you call it.
I'd like to flood it with light so that you can see, but that was just... It's a very old mechanism that doesn't serve anymore, but the lesson is done.
Yeah. Okay. That's actually really beautiful. Thank you. Would you mind waiting and listen while I convey that to Tasha? Okay, thank you. Tasha, did you hear what Ella Shiva had to say? That this is old ways. They're kind of outdated. What do you like to say to that?
How do I trust that?
How do you trust that? How do you trust that? What would need to happen for you to trust that?
I don't know.
Yes, it's okay. Nothing will happen that you don't agree to. I promise you that. Promise, promise, promise. Okay? Did you hear when Ella Shiva said she's offering flooding with light? How does that sound to you?
Very nice.
Yeah? Would you like to try that out?
Okay.
Okay? Is there anything that you want to do before you just try it out? Or are you okay to just try it out? Just try it out? Okay. Thank you for that. Ella Shiva, did you hear that? I have a sense that Tasha is a little nervous. Do you think we could do it very, very gently? Just a little? Try it out. Is that something we could do? Because Tasha is not sure.
Tasha's used to very... how to put this? We can try it gently. But
And
she's resistant.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was used to loud voices, so she's used to loud actions.
Ah. Okay.
So we can try gently, but there's a chance that she won't.
Not get it, huh? Yeah. But you know, what have we got to lose?
Okay.
We could just try, just a little bit. Because I'm afraid a little bit that if we do it too strong, she might just shut down.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Okay. So when you've done it just a little, can you let me know so that I can speak to Tasha and see how she's doing?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Tasha, How is that for you?
It's not bad.
That's good. That's good. Not bad. Could you consider, perhaps, that there could be some benefits?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that you and my client are still, would be safe, or perhaps even more safe?
Maybe.
Maybe. Do you think, Tasha, that you have what it takes to maybe have a little discussion with Ella Shiva, maybe from a distance, to discuss these possibilities that could benefit my client?
She's very big.
She's big, huh?
Isn't it a bit scary?
Yeah, but you can stay a little bit, you know, safe.
Okay.
So what would be the first question you would ask Ella Shiva?
How do I know it's safe?
Yes. Ella Shiva, how do we know it's safe?
That's such a dumb question. So cool. Oh, really? You're gonna die anyway. Really, like, just get on with it.
Okay.
It's safe. I'm talking to the right people. I've got it under control. We're all good. You can rest now.
Okay. You know, Ella Shiva, what I think might be a good thing, and maybe I'm wrong, because I'm definitely not always right. Maybe if we point out to Tasha that the old ways were good at the time, and we make her feel good for when she did this when it was good at the time.
Yeah, I know that's true.
Tasha, how do you feel about this? What you've just heard? You did well in the past.
Where were they, though?
Good question. Ella Shiva, where were you?
You were there the whole time.
Okay.
Because you chose this.
Okay.
You now got to trust it. It's okay.
Okay. So, Ella Shiva, you're telling me Tasha could have relaxed a long time ago?
Look, there was there were times where she definitely was necessary for Natasha.
Okay.
But we've learned.
You know what, Ella Shiva, I have another idea.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I don't know whether that's the right thing. But do you think that Tasha possibly, with all the input that she did for such a long time, that she could maybe do something really, really good for my client?
Yeah. Yeah, she could maybe be put to better use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what that could be?
Well, I think the drive to do things well is not misplaced. We just don't need to panic so much.
Yeah.
And so, are you asking me whether she can do another role? Yeah, really, it's about using the experience. I don't know what word to use here. I've got it in my mind as to what she can do.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost childlike, but it's the empathy, an empathy component that is used. Is she can help Natasha relate to other people through what she learned.
Okay.
But toning the panic down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
Satasha, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Yet your work and your energy and your drive is being acknowledged.
Yeah.
And could be very useful for my client.
Yeah.
And did you hear that? Because when your ways were really beneficial, because in the old ways your protection and punishment were really, really good. So you know something.
Yeah.
You know something that would bring to my client apparently a childlike empathy that you would see in other people.
Yeah.
And I have heard from my client that she wants to work with other people.
Yeah.
She wants to help and serve them.
Yeah, she does.
She does.
Mm.
And your history, your experience, so says Ella Shiva, could be really helpful.
Yeah.
But the panic is no good.
So then Amasabi.
What do you think?
I'm gonna say calm.
You want to say calm?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you want to help my client, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think she would get further when you help her to stay calm?
Yeah.
I have heard that when we calm, our decisions are more clear.
Okay. Okay.
Easy.
Yeah.
Nothing will happen that you don't totally satisfied with. I promise you that.
Okay.
Nothing will happen against your will.
Okay.
So relax.
Okay.
That's right. Tasha, tell me, what would make you more comfortable and more at ease?
If we could just talk more, please.
Okay. With whom?
With Ella Shiva and the hierarchy.
Okay. Do you want to try that out now?
Yeah.
Okay. Ella Shiva, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think we can arrange a silent conversation? I mean, when I mean silent, I mean I don't need to hear that.
Yeah, I got you.
And you give Tasha a taste of what she so wants. She wants to talk more with the right people, with you and the other ones up there. Do you think you could arrange and set this up?
Yeah, I feel kind of bad. She's struggling a little. Okay, yes.
Okay. Okay, so I wait.
Okay.
You set it up.
All right.
Tasha has an experience, and then you let me know when it's done, and then I ask Tasha how this was for her.
Okay.
Okay.
Now?
Now.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you think it was a success, Elashiva?
Just to show a little light.
Okay. Tasha, how was this for you?
No.
Do you think this is something you want to grow into?
Yeah.
Yeah? What would assist you to grow into this with ease and joy and fun and flow and trust?
I want to say if she just holds my hand.
Okay.
And I'll practice more.
Elashiva, did you hear that?
Yes.
She wants to hold your hand.
It's okay.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Okay. Touching?
Mm-hmm.
Holding the hand?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Am I imagining this, or is this a really nice connection? Are you infusing Tasha with something?
She's so little.
Oh,
Yeah, she's here.
that's right. That's
Okay.
right. Tasha says she wants to do this more often. Holding your hand.
It's time.
It's time. Do you have patience for her?
I can try.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I do. Yeah.
Tell me, Elashiva, what will happen to my client when Tasha feels at home where she is now?
Oh, she will fly. Man.
You know what she told me?
Mm-hmm.
She told me that she had glimpses of when life just opens and flows, and she can trust herself, and everything is easier and starts to be fun.
Yeah.
Is that where she is heading then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tasha, did you hear that? How do you feel about being part of this?
Very excited.
You excited?
Yeah.
So where's the panic?
Mm.
Not necessary?
No.
Cool.
Hmm.
Are you surprised?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me tell you from my perspective, dropping the panic when it's unnecessary is going to be such a beautiful thing for my client.
I don't like how it feels.
You don't either, huh? Okay. Okay. So does that, all of what I'm witnessing here, this beautiful development, what does that mean now, Tasha, for you and for my client?
Well, it feels like I have a mom.
You have a mum in Elashiva?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, or a big sister.
Big sister.
Yeah. I'm not alone.
No, you're not alone. Did you ask Elashiva, is she kind of the role of your big sister or your mom?
Feel it. She's
You can
kinda
feel it?
scary.
I just want to ask, just in case, okay? Elashiva, is Tasha right to say that you take the role of a big sister or like a mom and she's safe with you?
She'll figure out that we're all one. She'll figure it out. But I'm happy with that. That's okay.
Okay,
It serves her now.
okay. That's beautiful. So what I'm hearing here is that you kind of got it under control with where my client is going. You connected. And you are the conduit for that, or how does it work?
Well, it's the start.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the beginning. We had to get through stuff first.
Sure.
Yeah, so it's the start.
Sure.
Yeah, so to answer you, yes, I'm the conduit. It's the beginning.
Yeah. Can we have a glimpse of what's happening later when this is done? What will happen to my client? Is she on her purpose? Does she know?
She knows. She knows.
Is there anything that she doesn't know and she should know or could know?
She's just trusting, and I understand why it feels like there's this disconnect. Accountable for the fact that this is part of the journey.
Okay.
So it was a lesson that needed to be learned, but it's now just
okay.
Let's go. Let go.
Okay.
And now I've got it. Let's go.
Okay. So does my client have an ally in you when she is needing support or advice or loving or guidance?
Yes.
Yes. Does she need to have any specific ritual or something to connect with you in future?
Oh, she's picked a stubborn human. If she continues with the when there's a specific, she continues to find teachers, and when she does that, she gets into a very heart expansive state.
Okay.
And those are good. Those are good because that I'm there. Yeah. So to answer you, just continue. She just can carry on with what she's doing. She's on the right track.
But you know, this human experience is quite something. Even the strongest ones of us sometimes fall into doubt.
Yes. Yeah.
Can she fall into you?
Of course.
To find strength?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you still holding Tasha?
Oh yes, she's right there.
Okay. When you said earlier on that Tasha will learn that all is one, does that mean eventually, from your perspective, Tasha will be integrated into it?
Yes.
And what would you call it? Is there a name for it? That drive, that guidance, that the way?
Beauty.
Beauty.
Not pretty, beauty.
Beauty. There's a big difference between pretty and beauty. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay.
Tasha, darling, did you hear all that? How do you feel about this?
Excited.
Yeah. So you're willing to go onto this journey?
Yeah.
With your big sister, kind of?
Yes.
And you're willing to become part of the way for my client?
Yes.
So that she can shine and be in beauty?
Yeah.
You good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. And remembering that your old ways that you did was really welcomed and it was the right thing at the time.
Okay.
Now I just wonder, I'm just wondering, now that you have this newfound way, do you want to keep your name or do you want to change your name? You can do whatever you want. I told you.
I'll keep my name. I know my job. Yeah.
What's your job then now?
She said, I'm gonna do the empathy thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're going to do the empathy thing.
Yeah.
So that my client, when she connects and serves with other people,
Yeah.
she can have this heart expansive space
Yeah.
and connect to other people. So it looks to me, Ella, Shiva and Tasha, that we have reached an agreement here today.
Yes.
And I'm going to start with you, Tasha, because I promised you more than once, nothing will happen that you are completely satisfied with. So let me point out how I understand this agreement. From here on,
Getting very hot.
yes, you can take all this off that you don't want. That's right. It's probably when you're shining and in beauty. Yeah. So from here on, holding the hand of your big sister, Ella Shiva, and becoming part of the way and using your drive to bring this childlike empathy to help my client to have heart expansive experience in order to serve others and herself. And being part of the way, is that the agreement that you agree to?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ella Shiva, did I summarize that right? I mean, you show the way, you shine, and you're now holding the hand of Tasha, having gratitude for the old ways that are now outdated and gone, and incorporating into the new ways?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
That's right.
I'm only a facilitator.
That's all right.
Okay. So Tasha, I just want to make sure I'm not making a mistake. Are you satisfied, totally satisfied with this agreement reached here today? Looking the way forward, how exciting this is going.
Yes, 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 yes.
And Ella Shiva, total satisfaction on your behalf as well on this agreement?
Yes, I know the way.
Okay, of course you know the way. That's beautiful. That really, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, Natasha, I hope that all of this has been communicated to your conscious mind. And you have to do something that you've learned this weekend that is super important. Please, scan your whole being. I don't know how vast it has become now. Scan it and see whether there's any voice, any part that has anything worthwhile to contribute to this agreement here. And if so, let it say the words, I'm here, or lift the yes finger. And only if you feel there's nothing but harmony can you say the words, it's done.
It's done.
Thank you. This is beautiful. This agreement can now be a permanent, beautiful support for my client, and it's going to be easier and easier wherever it's necessary to melt into honoring what is happening here for the beauty of the flow of the path that my client is on. Each day, each moment, each chapter of the way will be easier and easier for my client to trust herself, because she has this huge inner support that shines the way. And that, of course, makes life easier, and life can open and flow, and it can be fun, and it can be really exciting. And everything is in place now for this to happen with ease. Easier and easier and easier. Everything opening up in so much beauty. So let this sink in, Natasha. Let this sink in. And do what we do best. Look forward and look at that you that has started to integrate the learnings, the understandings of the support that comes from within. Look at that you. Step into that. You feel the feelings and think the thoughts. How do you feel?
Ready.
Ready, huh? And from here I want you to go all the way. I want you to go all the way when this has been completely implemented. In fact, the old ways are virtually forgotten. Look at that you. Step into that you. Feel the feelings and think the thoughts. How do you feel?
Like I'm flying.
Like you're flying. And now that you're ready for flying, please finish the sentence. And now I know.
And now I know. That I'm not wrong.
That you're not wrong.
No.
So then, what do you know? Now I know
This is right.
that this is right.
Mm.
Now I know that this is right.
Now I know this is right.
Yes. Now let that sink in. And let everything once again integrate in so much harmony, because you are ready to fly. And you know that this is right. And you referred earlier on that you already anchored something. And I just wonder whether you don't want to miss this opportunity to anchor that you know that this is right. And just take a moment that on all levels this integration can be reached. And perhaps, I don't know, but perhaps there are some openings that are happening straight away. More glimpses. More intuition that you can trust. And I want you to do one thing, and I want you to do this for all of us. This word that has so many connotations, what does it mean to be selfish, really? Honestly. Is it really such a bad thing?
No. Not in this context.
No.
No.
What does it mean in this context?
Well, if I take the healings, then I'm able, I mean, no one's ever fully done.
No.
No. But if I take these, then I'm able to share.
Yes.
And I am able to shine for
Yes.
other people.
Yes.
And I can be a beacon.
Yes.
Not from an egotistical.
No, of course not.
No,
Of course not.
no, we need that.
Can you let that truth shine into the shadows of this body that might be a little bit dense?
Yes.
There might be areas of the body, like my client's autonomic nervous system, that might be a bit shaky. Can you shine the light of that truth in all these corners?
Yes.
So they all can just grasp it straight away.
Yes, yes.
So it doesn't take so long.
Yeah.
Let me know when that's done.
Yeah.
Good, fantastic. Is there anything else that we need to do at this time?
Not now.
Okay. Would you like a moment of silence?
It's okay.
You okay? So you're kind of okay to come back?
Mm.
Everything's integrated? You excited?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Would you like to have Kathy's voice to gently take you out, or you want me to continue, or you want to do it by yourself?
Let's do the count out.
Okay. All
Either
right.
is fine.
Okay. So when I say I'm counting from 5 to 1, and on the count of 1 you're going to be wide awake, fully alert, and bring with you all the learnings, it doesn't mean being severed from what you experience now. That's right. It means adding another level of consciousness that is very helpful on this plane that we live in. You know?
I love that.
Yeah. Okay. So, on 5, I offer you another thing on 5. I would like you to imagine that there is a place of grace, great beauty somewhere there, like a place of honoring and respect, like an altar kind of thing, or a beautiful treasure chest. And on your way up, if you feel you want to do this, you could leave all the stuff that you don't need anymore. You can leave it there. Great honor, great respect, great love, great honoring, but it doesn't need to come with. That's right. And even when I count to 4 and you get a little bit more awake and embrace a little bit more of the consciousness we need here, you might find a few more things you want to display beautifully on this place of honor and respect, because you don't need it anymore. And 3, and it becomes almost automatic, becoming more aware and more shiny and more beautiful and more alive and awake, and include the surroundings, perhaps of this couch and how the body is lying here. And more things might be added to this place of honor. And taking with you everything that you want to remember to help you on this way forward, knowing that you have this deep inner drive that brings so much beauty and shining and empathy to help others, so that life can flow and open up, and you can trust yourself so much more that listening to your intuition and all of this is really becoming fun, because you know now that it's right. And you're ready to fly. And on 2, you can wiggle your toes, rub your thumbs over your fingertips, and so ready in a moment to stretch. And on 1, open your eyes, fully awake, fully alert. Welcome back.
Hi.
So well done. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. That was amazing.
You said that to all the girls.
I say that to all the girls. How does that sound?
I'm just playing.
No, you were really amazing. Not only was it pretty obvious how deeply important this was for you, it was also such picture book for everybody to witness.
Oh boy, I did that in front of people. Shit.
Okay, I'm not crazy, okay?
This was it was one of the most beautiful things to witness, to letting go. I mean, I have now an idea, which I'm not going to discuss, what might have happened in your past and why that part, Tasha, was so important to do the things it did at the time. And I also understand the reluctance to not do that anymore. And then Ella Shiva comes. Now, where does that name come from?
It's my middle name, but it's Hebrew, strange enough. I don't know why my mom picked it, but it means oath to God, oathed, something belonging to God or something.
Wow.
Very.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
she's there.
Wow. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I think that's what it means.
Well, you can look it up, but the energetic value of Ella Shiva was just beautiful.
Yeah.
And it was the right mixture of being here and there.
Yeah.
And there for you to shine the way, to show you into the beauty.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
Right. Do you have any questions either to our beautiful Natasha, or to me, or for the facilitation, or for anything?